And welcome to our meteorology segment. Just a quick side note. Part of the reason why we do meteorology segments is we want you, the viewer, to be more than capable of forecasting your weather. So we've got rain stretching all the way from Dallas to DC here. Let's look at some of the details of the current scenario. We'll go global in a minute, but first, a large band of lightning here, pretty spectacular off the East Coast. All the way from off the coast of Georgia up to off the coast of Cape Cod. And here's a real-time lightning map from lightningmaps.org. Quite a bit of terrestrial lightning here, including some over southern Nevada. And what else is going on here? Much of the southern portion of the U.S. is actually receiving rain right now. We'll get to the Doppler in a minute. Anyway, there's your global lightning map. And by the way, lightning does strike twice in the same location. Don't assume it won't. It could prove unfortunate. So here are global pressure cells. The spots of atmospheric pressure. So there's where the situation currently is. We'll advance this. This is the European forecast for pressure. And we'll pause this again at 12 noon Eastern time tomorrow. And there's where we expect things to be tomorrow, Tuesday, July 20th. That's the European forecast for pressure at that time from windy.com. And let's take a look at jet streams. Here are the jets of the eastern world. Note they're blowing backwards over the western Pacific and the Indian Ocean. Jet streams usually blow west to east, not vice versa. And some incoherent areas right here, similar to what's going on over the U.S. lately. The easternmost portion of Asia seeing similar convective forces in charge instead of the jet stream. Let's take a look at surface winds. There are the surface winds. We've got a powerful cyclonic system here south of Japan. Nearly 50-mile-per-hour winds. And let's check the surface winds of the western world. There are the surface winds over here. Large cyclonic system here off the east coast of South America. Jet streams. There you go. Extremely chaotic in the northern hemisphere. A little bit more coherent in the south. And you can see that low pressure system translating all the way into the 250 hectopascal winds, the jet stream. That is a significant and a very large low pressure as well. And I would also note the anticyclone here over the U.S. Southwest. Major anticyclone there. And that is actually causing hot air to be driven into the Pacific Northwest. I know lots of heat advisories going on up there. Next, I'd like to thank our patrons. If you're viewing the content on BitChute, please consider becoming a patron. And the URL for that is patreon.com/smAshomash. It is linked below the video. Thanks to our patrons, the true source of funding for the content, as we're paid just this side of nothing to put the videos on YouTube. Don't worry, folks, it's all going to change. And here's your weather.gov map showing you warnings. Not many warnings except for heat and red flag advisories, I believe. Red flag warnings there and excessive heat warnings, especially eastern Montana. Here's your precipitation forecast. We'll go forward like 3 days. This is the GFS forecast this time. And there's where we expect things to be Thursday, according to the GFS forecast. Quite heavy rains for the southeastern portion of the country, and northern Georgia and Alabama expected to see up to about 3 inches in the next 3 days. Also, southern Florida looks like it's going to get some pretty heavy rains there. I just wanted to give you an idea of some more things you can look up on Tropical Tidbits if you like. The sea surface temperature. So there's the current sea surface temperature. And if you want to check that out yourself, just go to Tropical Tidbits homepage, and that is in the Analysis Tools section. Some very hot water around the Philippines. And next, the U.S. Doppler radar, and you can see all that rain across the southern portion of the U.S., as well as in places like Nevada, Utah, Colorado, Arizona, and Southern California. Also southern Arizona. And we'll zoom in a little bit here. So that's the National Weather Service Doppler radar. We've recently switched. And here's what's going on in the cloud layer. It's too dark to see it, so we use the 3.9 nanometer radiation map, which calculates where clouds are based on a series of data, undoubtedly. And there is the water vapor map. We've got a bit of a low pressure system out here rotating counterclockwise, as you can see there on the water vapor. And high pressure dominating the northern portion of the U.S. here. This is all high pressure. And the jet stream kind of coming down like this. Not making it very far south into the U.S. though. So once again, here is the Doppler radar map. Here's the cloud layer. There's the water vapor. And thanks for tuning into our meteorology segment. I've been your host, Dan, a.k.a. smAsho, signing off from the Smash News Network. Least busted. Name and news.